Radio DJ Chris Hawkins lives in London. At only 31, Chris has secured top slots on two of the capital's premier radio stations, LBC and BBC Radio 6.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Wednesday. People think being a DJ is the most glamorous job in the world, where you get paid loads of money for just sitting and putting records on. You don't get paid loads of money, but you do get to sit and play your favourite records on the radio, which I think is just the biggest privilege in the world.
Chris lives in a beautiful home with his wife Claire, a GMTV weather girl. He might appear to have an enviable life, but there's just one problem. Chris's diet is a nutritional nightmare of junk food, takeaways, coffee and booze.
Because I work really strange hours, you tend to eat whatever's quickest and easiest. It means I'm drinking lots and lots of coffee to stay awake, and I eat junk food a lot. But all of the time, it's just stuff that most people would consider unhealthy.
Chris's poor diet is the result of an embarrassing secret. He's terrified of fruit and vegetables.
I hate even saying fruit and vegetables. It's just stuff to me. And it's stuff that I don't like. And that in itself sounds ridiculous, I know.
In restaurants, Claire has to remove all fresh produce from Chris's plate. He can only bear to eat the meat if vegetables haven't touched it.
When we moved in together, I realised he had an issue because the fruit bowl was never on the table. It was stuffed in the airing cupboard. He literally used to just chip it out and put all the fruit in the bin. What's that?
I don't want to look at it, and you know that I don't. People don't perceive a phobia of fruit and vegetables as a problem. Quite bizarrely, they just think you're a fatty eater and you're a bit fussy. I find that quite irritating. I find it irritating to the point of, like, wanting to punch someone in the face.
To counter the effects of his high-fat, high-sugar diet, Chris splashes out on a personal trainer. But despite all the hard work, he can't shift the extra pounds and worries about his health.
I feel like I'm in control of every other aspect of my life, good and bad. But with this, it's way out of my control. And I'd like it to change. This is all really scary and overwhelming because this is proper reality bites reality.
The thing is that it's not just the problem with what you are eating. It's what you're missing out on that's pretty fundamental. If you were having that much equivalent in brown rice and broccoli, you winced there.
Yeah, because even mention of some of the names of the things that I don't like makes me cringe. You'll notice I never actually mention anything by name, refer to most things that I don't like as stuff.
We do have something we want to show you, and I'm conscious that because of the way you feel, this is going to be not easy for you, all right? But Nat does want to show you. All right? OK.
That's my worst nightmare.
All right. You can look at me for the
It's really
moment.
unpleasant both to look at and the smell as well.
You can smell it.
Unpleasant though it sounds, I could vomit.
Yeah.
I'd like to walk away right now.
All right. Now, where do you want to get to at the end of that 4 weeks?
The ultimate would be to eat like a normal person and to be able to sit down for a family meal and eat the same as everybody else.
So our challenge to you should be that at the end of this process, you're going to be able to sit down with your family and eat a meal that contains some fruit and veg. All right?
My stomach's sinking at the thought of it.
It's a serious, serious phobia. It's a complete aversion where he can't even bear to look at these things. He can't bear even to say the words. So Stephen can work on that side of it, but how I actually get him any closer to putting these foods in his mouth... Right now, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with him.
Chris now has just 1 month to overcome his freaky eating problem.
I think when the fridge door opened and I was forced to look at all the fruit and vegetables, it rammed home to me that this is not going to be easy. And that was the most significant reminder that actually this is going to be one heck of a journey. Today is Chris's first one-to-one session with nutritionist Natalie.
and it seems her reputation has preceded her as Chris gets some last-minute jitters.
I'm feeling pretty nervous now, and I'm scared about meeting Natalie because there's something quite intimidating about her. I'm beginning to think that this was just a very, very bad idea.
Today I need to find out how far I can comfortably push him so that he'll succeed rather than be put off for good. Hi, Chris. Come on in.
Thank you.
So I'd like you to just have a seat there. You don't really want to be here, do you?
No.
You can't even bring your chair closer to the table. What's going on?
Getting really hot. So, is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
You know, I'm getting hot. I'm feeling... The smell is becoming overwhelming to the point where I want to get up and walk away.
Is that just coughing, or is that you sort of starting to feel a bit sick?
I'm feeling a bit sick, yeah. Why am I putting myself through this? Why am I putting myself through something that I dislike?
OK, so in the vein of you saying you really do want to change things, do you think you could pick those up?
And do what with it?
Just hold it in your hand.
I've never... I seem so pathetic.
All we're doing right now is holding a spear of asparagus.
OK.
So you're having to psych yourself up.
That's exactly what I'm doing, yeah.
So when have you ever held a vegetable before?
This is Kids Are First.
Why don't you put it back? That's great.